Hello everyone, this is Ange. Welcome to another episode of the Visual Novel Monthly Recap. This is a video series where I highlight news related to major visual novel releases and the community for each month. In this video, I'll highlight anything that happened in June of 2021. Let's get started. Manga Gamer has released Jean and the Clock Tower. What's worthy about this visual novel is it's made by Liarsoft, who also made visual novels like Autabana Odd Tales, Kindred Spirits on the Roof, and Gokthun of the Golden Lightning. Kinkoi, Golden Loverish, was released by Nekonyan on various stores like Steam, Manga Gamer, Jast, Denpasoft, and Faku. It's now one of the more highly rated moege on VNDB, with its tropes received well, and having a surprise twist in a later route. Unfortunately, the original release had some game-breaking bugs like crashing, but they released a patch to fix them later on. For all you boys love or yaoi fans, Moonchime announced an official localization of the 18+ visual novel Tokyo Onmyoji. Jast USA announced and released a visual novel called Meteor Pendulum Heart. I don't really know much about it besides it's apparently Nukige-ish, kinda short, and has a bunch of action scenes. Another fan translation of a Higurashi console arc was complete, this time Haji Sadashi. It's a short fan service arc and takes place after Chapter 8 Matsuda Bayashi. The patch requires a copy of Chapter 4 Himatsubushi to read. Jast Blue has unfortunately said that due to lower sales of previous releases, assumedly from the same company, they will not be localizing Lamento Beyond the Void anymore. At E3, it was announced there would be a Danganronpa Decadence release on Switch. It will include ports of Danganronpa 1, 2, and V3. It will also include a new side game called Danganronpa S Ultimate Summer Camp. It's an upgraded version of a board game old-school RPG mix featuring the cast of the whole series, which first appeared in V3. A couple of big Alisoft members retired. This includes Gyokai, an artist, and Iten Chiroku, a director. They worked together on projects like Rance 1, Rance 3, and Dona Dona. Alka Translations announced 2 fan translation projects, Clear World by the Clear World Project and Aonatsu Line by Giga. I know Aonatsu Line is a slice-of-life romance story, but I don't know much about Clear World besides some type of utopia being involved. Shirobune announced and released Suzukuri Dungeon Cotton in the Mountain. It has gameplay that you would see in some other Soft House Kata releases, and even shares some characters with the Shin Koihime Muso series. Currently, you can only buy it on Joren. Key is going to release a Planetarian Ultimate Edition in Japan sometime in August, which will include the Snow Club kinetic novel. Key also said they are reviewing options for potential Western localization. Tsukishiro, a member of Snow Ryujin Translations, has made a fan translation patch for Rewrite Cradle's Tale. Cradle's Tale takes place after the true route of Rewrite, so make sure you read that, or maybe even watch the anime adaptation first before you read this. Sekai Project released the fan disc of Slavish Dragon Princess called Slavish Dragon Princess Love Plus. Laplacian is making a bold move of having all their future releases going forward be all ages. This includes the upcoming English translation of Sinotype Daydream, which originally had 18+ content in the Japanese version. The 18+ content will be removed in the upcoming English translation in order to appeal to the all-ages story-loving audience, without an 18 patch being officially provided. The good news is that this upcoming Western release will have 2 new bonus stories and revised main stories. It's worth noting that on Arrow Gamescape, the Japanese version of VNDB, it has a very high average score of just under 90. Apparently, it's a really good emotional Nakige story with some mystery elements. Muv-Luv alternative Total Eclipse visual novel has been announced to be coming to Steam in English sometime in winter 2021. If you didn't know, this VN had an anime, which is how many people got to know it. This visual novel is a prequel to the original Muv-Luv alternative visual novel, taking place about 11 months before, with mostly original characters. Rewrite Plus had an update that noted 2 notable translators added to the team to complete the project faster. This includes Meru, who worked on the Flower series in Island, and Sarah, who has mostly worked on games and light novels. There is a fan hack patch created to put all the current translations onto the Switch version for the Higurashi Whole series. Shirobune came out of nowhere with the release of Study Steady by Marmalade. This can only be bought on Joren and has some unique features like animated sprites similar to Maitetsu. Hublots and Mirai Works released a new Yuri or Girls Love visual novel on Steam called Letters from a Rainy Day, Oceans, and Lace. Onigoko was released by Jast on their store. There's also a physical version for pre-order. The only thing I know about this visual novel, besides being made by Alcott, is it includes phantom thieves and oni demons from Japanese mythology. Unlike the original, you have to both pay roughly $15, but it'll also be on various consoles in addition to PC, such as the Switch, PS4 and 5, and the Xbox X and S. Sekai Games and Limited Run are partnering to release a physical version of Fatal 12 for the Switch. Spike Chunsoft announced a sequel to AI The Somnium Files called Nirvana Initiative. It'll release sometime in spring of 2022. AI The Somnium Files is a mystery visual novel with some gameplay, so if you like that genre, feel free to check out the original while waiting for the sequel. It looks like it will be available on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox X and S, Xbox One, Windows 10, and Steam. Snowy Ryujin Translations has announced that they're doing a fan translation of If My Hearted Wings' Snow Presents. This is a fan disc that takes place after Kotori's route and Flight Diary, so be sure to read that first to know what's going on. And that is it for June of 2021. As always, if you have any feedback, positive or negative, feel free to leave a comment below in this video or one of my social medias. See you all next month. A very special thank you to the 3 people who donated to my coffee this month. Thank you N, thank you Yoshi for the nice comment, and thank you to 123321 for 3 separate donations. All are very appreciated.